Okay, folks, I just wanted to talk about pattern. I started just a real simple pattern here. I need to color it in with my markers, and I've just been looking at the shape of my piece. If you can see that, let's switch this a little bit. There's my piece. So, you can see this drawing behind here is my son did a long time ago. Anyway, here is my piece. So I'm thinking about how on the rim or on the neck of the piece, right? The neck, this part, I'm going to put this squiggly line with dots. And then on the body, I'm just going to go ahead and do stripes. And then at the bottom, I'm going to bring those dots back. So this is a really basic sketch. I did not do a bunch of different patterns. I just am doing this for demonstration purposes. So now that I have an idea, what I want to do is I want to take my piece and I'm going to take a pencil. Now, if you have straight lines, you can use tape, and I'll show you how to do that, tape. But here, I'm just going to kind of figure out. I'm going to start here. I'm going to draw my squiggly lines, just like waves, basically. Of course, they're not going to be perfect, but I'm going to do my best to try and make them the best that I can. And I'm hoping I got to make it to here, so I'm going to come up and go down. So... all right, not happy with that, so I'm going to erase that. One thing that you can do is you can take things, you can take your paper, and once you get a design that you like, so here's my design, let's see. A little bit easier to draw it on here. I'm going to want it thick. Now what I can do is use this as like a template or a pattern, and I can cut this out. And I think I'll be, hopefully, I know this might not make it all the way around. It might be too big, but let's figure out what that looks like. And I know I'll be happier with this because I'll have some consistency and I'm not going to rely on my hand for that. I'm going to rely on a tool. So once I get this cut out, and depending on how intricate your piece is, let me move this up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of put that there. Whoa, and look at that, almost perfect. Wow. Who wouldn't have known? So I'm really just going to use this to draw my lines. If I need to, I might want to tape that so I'm not losing or moving this pattern around. But it is, and I'll draw under here too. So this trick is going to give me a little bit of quality to my design because I'm able to have a consistent image throughout my design. So here I'm going to fudge a little bit, right? This is going to come down, that's going to go up. Okay. All right, so hopefully I've got my design there. I can do that again. The next time I'm going to do that, I'm going to tape it just because I can. And just because it's going to make it easier on my life than trying to hold it and draw at the same time. So I need a little bit of tape. I'm going to do this line again down here where they meet up. I want to make sure that they are meeting up. So again, drawing. I don't want this to be very dark. I want it to be light because I want to be able to go over it and not really see my pencil lines. And there we go. Okay, so then I should be able to take this off. And there's my line. And then I'm going to want to pick colors. I think I'm going to do these in oranges and then maybe use the dots as dark. So I'm going to fill this in with orange. And of course this would take a while to do, so I'm going to try and have time to work on this today. Not 100% sure if I will have that much time. Remember, art takes time. One of the benefits of being a student is that you have the time. But I'm just going to go over my lines real quick so you have an idea of what we're looking at. And then I'm filling that in. So it is going to take a fair amount of marker to fill things in, but it should look good in the end. So here I have that part so far, and I would decide on a color of a dot. I think I'm going to use red because I'm thinking about warm colors. So really I'm just going to do a little dot here, and I would do a little dot right here, and then that dot would also be here and up here and down here. Wherever it goes in, that's where I'm doing dots. Probably one more right here, and then back to the orange to fill everything in. So again, this is going to take some time. I would like you to take your time with it, make it look as the best that you possibly can. Don't be afraid to use color. I wanted to show you about tape. So I showed you how to use a little pattern to create things. And then if I wanted straight lines to go around here, I'm going to use tape, but you know, it's not going to be as easy as all that because it's a round object and I've got flat tape. So you can see where my tape is a little buckled up right here. I'm going to just pull this in. Let it buckle a little bit because I'm not worried about what the tape looks like. I'm just worried about my line. So if you see right here, I got a little dip in my line, but it is going to allow me, and this isn't going all the way around, but it is going to allow me to start my line, make it go all the way around for you. Get some more tape. Okay, so see how the ends kind of dip down? So I'm going to take this, I'm going to pick it up right here. Can you see that? I picked it up over here, and I'm bringing it around up here. So that should give me a pretty decent line all the way around. And then I would do the same underneath it. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to give you at least some consistency to it. So what I was thinking of doing is, in my design, right, I had this thicker line and then just a thin one and then a thicker one. So my thicker one is going to be here. So I'm going to draw that. And I'm also going to use the bottom, but I get to this point, I'm going to have to peel this up a little bit so that I can have a bottom. And another point where I'm going to have to peel it up a little, so my bottom is a little more consistent, or my line is a little more consistent. And I'm going to go around on the top. Now there's so many factors here, right? The tape is folding. There's bumpiness to the surface of my vase, whichever you choose. And there you go. So I should be able to take this off, see my lines. As you can see right here, I can see both my lines. They're not the most perfect, but guess what? When I'm doing my coloring, I'm going to pick another color here. I'm going to go with maybe pink. Orange and pink. That's a good combination, right? When I start to do my coloring, I can kind of work on... Oops, sorry, I keep not coloring in camera. I can work on that. Okay? So that gives you an idea of how to get started with that. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some patience, maybe some tricks. So you can go ahead and start. I'm looking to have these completed by Monday. If you're having issues, if you need to go out and get color, just let me know. You can continue to work on them, but I'd like to move on to another project next week. So let me know where you are in all of this. If you need more time, please reach out. If you have any questions, remember to join my Zoom. Today's 11 and 5. And then we'll figure it out. Just try and go as slow as possible. Try and make your piece as neat and as show the best craftsmanship that you possibly can.